the severe weather threat materializing in the south. That's where we begin, because later this afternoon, those storms could really ramp up. But we've already had storms this morning, actually some feisty ones moving through Kansas, Missouri, Iowa, and Illinois. This cold front is going to slide south, and that's where we'll see these severe storms materialize. Certainly going to be strong ones. We'll see how widespread the severe threats are. And depending on when these storms start to fire, that could very well affect big metros or maybe not, like Dallas. Dallas is going to be on the edge of maybe dealing with those storms. We've got a warm front, cold front, and dry line, so everything's there in addition to that area of low pressure. So the tornado threat with the twisting winds that we have, that south wind going to be notable. We continue with a very consistent southwesterly flow out of the southwest. So with that southwest wind, and then you have at the surface these winds that are being pumped in, that's the spin that's necessary. And then you also have these other mesoscale features. Maybe that area of low pressure adds a little bit of twist in the environment, and that could very well spin up some storms. I mean, that's a very basic understanding of it. But here's radar right now, and as we look, grabbing my attention, Memphis. We've got some storms which are knocking on your door. So for Memphis, rush hour, that's what we're dealing with right now. And as those storms approach from the east, they'll be pushing towards the city. They'll be moving into Tennessee and Mississippi, but nothing severe at the moment, but it does bear watching. We've had more storms a little farther to the north, and those storms, at least up near south central Illinois through St. Louis, they've had some pretty significant lightning with them this morning, right closer to Paducah, Kentucky. Nasty line here. Almost looks as if that's a bit of a bow, so maybe some stronger winds. Nothing severe at the moment, but that's working off to the northeast.
Northeast, so yeah. Sub-severe, but it doesn't mean it's not going to be inconvenient going up I-55. That could be some heavy rain, so ponding on the road. And then remembering lightning is incredibly dangerous, even if it's not a severe warned storm. So we have some of that we're working with. And then the story becomes later into today. How do some of these areas recover? How do those leftover boundaries from these storms play a role into later today?
Valid point. This is the zone that we have, and also the storm energy. So as those colors get a bit brighter, we'll see it. Already seeing it down toward the Texas coastline. That happens every day, but the thing is you don't have a front. There's nothing to really develop storms. Maybe a sea breeze, that certainly happens as we get deeper into spring and into summer. But the damaging hail threat, it's there, and it could be one that we see a significant risk for Dallas. If we do see some of those storms around Dallas by this afternoon, that could be a problem. Actually, Cinco de Mayo. It is today, and it's a huge deal in Texas. It's ringing true in the Dallas Metroplex because there's a couple of things. We've got the Garden Fiesta at the Dallas Arboretum. That's happening today. There's also going to be live music at the Fort Worth Stockyards. You're looking at the headline from Fox 4 in Dallas. And I guess the thing is if you want to risk it and be outside, have a way to get those alerts. Know that threat's going to be growing throughout the day. You might have to end that party a little early. Dallas is on the fringe, though, of where we're going to see some of the storms. So that is something to keep in mind. You never want to just say, well, we're not going to do it. We're going to call it. You want to try to enjoy it if you can. And so it's not one of those days where this threat's off the charts and it's a dangerous day. You also don't want to be that person who cried wolf, where anytime there's a little bit of threat, you just cancel it. So pay attention and have that awareness of what's going on around you, and know that later this afternoon, look at that storm energy cook up in Dallas. This is by 7 p.m. Central Time. Maybe we see a few storms try to fire on the north side of town, but also maybe not. There is a cap in place. So.
Yeah, it's a complicated thing if you're an event organizer, right? Because people are going to head out there. It's a big deal for the Mile celebrations. Looking further to the north, into northern Arkansas as well, another spot by 7 p.m. that we could have perhaps clusters, perhaps some of these discrete cells. And we're also at risk for some of that hail that could be large. And looking at a wind threat. An isolated tornado, it can't be ruled out either with some of this. We have a little bit more twist in the atmosphere today. And we've been building that storm energy. That instability is something that's been primed since yesterday.
Yeah, it's true. And it's throughout the day, we're going to see it. Maybe we'll have more clouds than sun today in Texarkana, but that's not going to keep us from warming those temperatures, 84 degrees. And then by 11 o'clock, that's when the storms move in. And Texarkana is one of those few cities that could deal with severe weather again on Wednesday. Now, maybe it's some leftovers that we're dealing with on Wednesday morning, because I think we will be dealing with some storms tomorrow morning when we wake up. But that threat will grow farther to the south as that cold front dives south. And so this is the zone that we'll have to pay attention to. And similar to today, all modes of severe weather going to be on the table. Large hail damage, winds, and tornadoes.
Yeah, SPC calling for the potential for strong tornadoes, and also noting some of you have an early overnight threat where some of these storms could still be quite intense. So being, again, able to get those alerts to your phone is really important.